Welcome back. Paying it forward is a big deal here at Fox 17, and seeing local businesses doing that, paying it forward, has been great to see over the past few months. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance has been giving back to our community from the very start, and they're not done yet. Here with details on another way Farm Bureau Insurance is helping is CEO Don Simon. Good morning, Don. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being on our show. You know, Farm Bureau Insurance's We're in This Together initiative. This started back in April with your Million Meals Challenge. Can you tell us about that?
We can. As you know, or maybe you don't know, Michigan Farm Bureau was formed 100 years ago. We advocate for farmers. We happen to have an insurance company too. So when the crisis started, we went through and we said, what's the immediate need that we have to give back to the state? And what we did is we said school children, we knew back in March and April, we're not getting meals they were accustomed to at school, breakfast and lunch. So our agents, our county farm bureaus employees had a goal of feeding 1 million children. In about a week's time, we raised enough funds to actually feed 1.1 million children. So that was the first step in the We're in This Together campaign from Farm Bureau Insurance and Michigan Farm Bureau.
That's an amazing number. If you just stop and think about it, within a week, you had enough funding to deliver 1.1 million meals to Michigan children. Kudos to you and what you're doing. And it didn't stop there. Beyond the food, there was checks given out too and vouchers, right?
There was, we keep making, we'll call it real-time decisions. And when you look at what what we're here for, what our mission is, it is to feed people. It's food supply. Food supply was disrupted. And what we looked at is how do we get food to people beyond the first step? We eat at restaurants, everyone does. It's a huge part of the food supply and how you feed your family. So what we did is we gave over $5 million to 1,200 restaurants in all 83 counties across the state. And Michigan Farm Bureau members, over 218,000, were all given a voucher to go frequent and use these restaurants, hopefully to keep them in business. Just as important to make sure our farmers had a supply chain starting again to move product. So that was over $5 million handed out to 1,200 restaurants in about a 2-week period. That all started about May, and our members are still using those vouchers throughout the summer. And a lot of those restaurants I know kept in business, maybe reopened, and are staying in business because of that program.
That's amazing. So not only the meals for the kids, but then you give the money to the restaurants who really were hurting and needed it. I'm sure they appreciated it. And on top of that, the vouchers to your members so they could go eat at those restaurants. I mean, it really is a well thought out plan. And as you say, a real-time decision. You guys are knocking it out of the park. And then an additional 18,000 vouchers given to first responders as well.
Thank you for bringing that up too. That all went to those 1,200 restaurants. We wanted to make sure every community has first responders. I've got family and friends that are in that business. I am so glad that they're there to take care of us. So 18,000 additional vouchers were given to these restaurants to take care of first responders. And we kept it at the local level. We turned it over to our agents to find the restaurants and let it in their hands. We're based out of Lansing, Michigan, but we do business all over the state. So we always believe in better decisions are done when you keep them at a local level.
Well, Farm Bureau Insurance's We're in This Together isn't done yet either. And now we've heard that there have been some changes to insurance. You're an insurance company with something with auto insurance and other things, premiums being changed, and it looks like some people might be getting some money back.
Yeah, the next step we have here certainly is go through. We know driving habits have changed over the last few months. Maybe they're starting to pick up now, but our next step is to give $8 million back to all of our auto policy holders who happen to be members of Michigan Farm Bureau as well. So there's a symbiotic relationship between not just being an insurance company, we're a membership company first and foremost, and you support farmers when you're a member here, and they're going to see credits on their policies coming up very soon here. So that'll be another $8 million on top of the $5 million given back to restaurants and on top of the 1.1 million meals that were provided. So we'll continue to make these adjustments. We're a Michigan company based here. Our employees and agents are all here. So, and that gets back to the local level again, that we're able to act quickly and be nimble. And we think do some really powerful things for not only our policy holders, but the farmers across the state.
Don, we can't thank you enough for the time. If you want to help support farmers and, of course, many other people through what Farm Bureau Insurance does by giving back, check out Farm Bureau Insurance of Michigan. More information at farmbureauinsurance.com. Thank you again for the time.